This next portion of this video will demonstrate actual operation of the PDI. You've seen how the PDI works. Like all detectors, it sounds off whenever a prohibited metallic object passes through it. It is these pinpoint lights that alert you to the exact location of the metal on the individual passing through the detector. You can see how this will make any necessary hand scanning far simpler. Pay close attention to these simple, basic instructions on how to use this detector to help ensure the security of the facility you're employed to protect. Here are the PDI's touchpad controls. You will also note the key lock that protects the security of the touchpad settings. It has two settings, enable and disable. This silver key can be used by authorized personnel to enable or disable the detector's touchpads. Of course, operators should use the touchpads only as instructed by supervisors. When the operator touchpad is pressed, the PDI activates all circuits and carries out automatically a complete self-diagnostic program, which is reported on the display at the same time it automatically tunes itself to its surroundings. When this is completed, the ready light appears and the word operate is displayed. This indicates that the unit is ready for screening. The green walk symbol on the entry side of the PDI will also be illuminated when the detector is ready to accept an individual. A special feature of the PDI is an infrared sensor across the archway, designed to enhance detection capabilities. It improves analysis of three-dimensional detection by correlating signal responses with actual physical movement within the archway. This increases throughput by minimizing false alarms. When you press the counter pad, the patron count will be reported on the display, along with the number of alarms that have occurred since the counter has been reset, and the percentage of alarms in relation to the number of individuals who have passed through the archway during this period of time. Pressing and holding the counter touchpad for 5 seconds causes the counter and alarm count to return to 0. Whenever anything other than the current traffic count is being displayed, pressing this touchpad causes the count to appear. You might be instructed to use this volume pad. Whenever it is pressed, the volume level of the unit's audible alarm is displayed on the panel, and that volume level can be heard. Then, by using these plus and minus touchpads, the volume can be raised or lowered. When the program touchpad is pressed, the settings that control the program and base sensitivity levels of the detector will appear. And finally, this touchpad, Access, will be used by authorized personnel to make additional adjustments. The ready light indicates that the PDI is operating. This light and the green walk symbol must always be illuminated before anyone is permitted to enter the archway for inspection. The red wait symbol will appear, and the ready light will blink whenever a person breaks the infrared beam across the archway. This blinking light and the wait symbol tell you that the detector is not ready to accept any traffic. Now, let's discuss what happens when a person passing through the PDI triggers an alarm.
Please come through.
When an alarm sounds and the pinpoint lights illuminate, the person passing through the detector must either be asked to walk through the unit again after removing metal objects, or be inspected with a hand scanning unit to discover the offending metallic objects.
Come on through.
If an alarm sounds and pinpoint lights appear when a person passes through the detector again, after that person has removed metal objects, full hand scanning is mandatory, with special emphasis given the pinpointed area. These pinpoint lights will alert you to the area of the individual that requires searching and make it easier to find the metal that caused the alarm.
Come on through.
Remember, when lights on one side of the PDI illuminate, the metal is on that side of the person in the horizontal area where the lights are located. Lights on both sides indicate target balance. This means that the metallic object may be located in the center of the person, once again in the exact horizontal area of the lights, or that there may also be targets on both sides of the individual. This is another reason that the source of metal that sounded the alarm must always be found before a person can be allowed to proceed. Take nothing for granted, and be sure to locate the metallic source that caused any alarm. If it's in the zone where pinpoint lights illuminated, don't let a person merely point to a belt buckle or a piece of jewelry and try to walk on without being scanned. They must permit you to discover the source of the alarm. If a concealed weapon is ever discovered, the operator should follow instructions given by authorized personnel. So, if an alarm sounds for any reason while a person is passing through the detector, with the pinpoint lights giving the location of suspected targets, that person must either be asked to walk through the unit again after removing metal objects, or be inspected with a hand scanner to discover the offending metallic objects. There will be no exceptions. Operators have these basic responsibilities. Make sure the ready light is illuminated. Check program and base sensitivity, which can be done with the program touchpad. Pass through the PDI with a detectable metal object to make certain it is operating properly. And, most importantly, respond to all alarms and always make certain you know just exactly what caused the alarm to sound and the pinpoint lights to appear. Remember, every alarm must be investigated and the reason for each alarm be determined. It is also important that you test the unit at the beginning of each day or whenever anything has been changed in its setup. There is no finer walk-through metal detector anywhere in the world than the PDI. But, in the end, the level of security it can provide depends on the diligence of the men and women who operate it. This concludes the portion of this video presentation designed to help train operators to use the unit.